Howdy ho, East Alabama and West Georgia. Dr. Don with you on your Tuesday morning, June 29, 2021. Time now for your prime time forecast. So you got rumbled out of bed this morning with thunder. We'll talk about that and let you know what that's all about coming up in this edition of your prime time forecast. Don't forget to head over to drdonwx.com where you can do all kinds of cool stuff, including downloading the Dr. Don weather app so that you will be weather aware and become part of the Dr. Don weather family. Be sure you go over there and do that today. So let's talk about your Storm Prediction Center convective outlook for today. General scattered thunderstorms across Alabama and Georgia. No big deal there. And then on Wednesday, pretty much the same thing, just scattered afternoon thunderstorms. Not looking at anything severe across East Alabama or West Georgia. Now let's take a look at the tropics because that's where the story is at this morning. Two areas that we're keeping an eye on. The first being what's left of Danny. What's left of Danny is just to the southeast of Atlanta, Georgia. That's where the center of circulation is located. Now this storm is a little bit out of the ordinary, but not really. I've already received several text messages wanting to know, isn't this just kind of strange for a storm to be coming back what appears to be backwards from the east back to the west across Georgia and into Alabama? Well, it is a little bit out of the ordinary to have one move in that direction this far north. But if you'll stop and think about it, all of our hurricanes come out of the southeast and they move to the northwest, basically. So it is a little bit strange to see one this far north coming in off the Atlantic, off the South Carolina coast. But we get hurricanes and tropical storms all the time that come out of the Atlantic, come across Florida, and then curve up into Alabama or Louisiana. So it's not unusual at all for it to move in the direction it's moving, though this far north, yeah, it is a little bit out of the ordinary. But Danny's not a big deal. Danny has not caused any major problems. All of the convection is off to the west, which is a little bit out of the ordinary. Normally it's to the east and northeast of the center of circulation. But the small thunderstorm complex that's associated with Danny has moved right across East Alabama. You guys were rocked out of the bed around 2:30 this morning with lots of thunder and lightning in the area. But it's moving along at a pretty good clip, about 16 to 17 miles per hour, so it's really not going to cause a major problem. I'll show you the latest radar loop coming up in just a few moments. Now, the other area of concern is that orange area that you see down there in the southern Atlantic. And that's got about a 60 to 70% chance of developing over the next several days. It will affect the Windward Islands first and then could end up in the Gulf of Mexico. Some of the long-range models are already picking up on this, and they're suggesting that it's going to end up over there along the Louisiana, potentially the Louisiana-Texas coast, before turning back to the northeast across Mississippi and Alabama. And that would be midweek next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week, before we would have to deal with this one. So we're going to keep an eye very closely on that mess down there in the southern Atlantic. And so let's take a look, and this is primarily looking at your 4th of July weekend, and I think I might have some good news for you. This is current. This is the rain coverage that the GFS tells us we should have right now because of what's left of Danny. And it's got it pretty much correct across East Alabama. We do have showers and thunderstorms there, but it's also showing rain across central and north Georgia. That's really not happening because all the convection is off to the west of the storm. Even though some sprinkles certainly can't be ruled out across the Atlanta metro and even up into the northeast Georgia mountains today. All right, so let's move this forward, and we see that we stay in the rain pretty much for the next day or two, though it's not going to be a complete washout. And then as we get out there toward July 1st, this is Thursday, that's just scattered stuff, not a big deal. Maybe on Thursday afternoon, we dry up a bit, except for over there in central Georgia. But look at all that mess up there to the northwest. That's a front that's going to be headed our way. And here it comes out there on Friday, July 2nd. And then as we get down to Saturday, well, look at that. That's Saturday morning. It looks like right now Saturday morning is going to be a washout across Alabama and Georgia. But here comes the the good news, because originally we thought the entire weekend was going to look like this. Look at there. Saturday afternoon late, we start to dry up. And as we get into Sunday, no rain across East Alabama and West Georgia on the 4th of July. How about that? And then look there. There's Monday, July 5th. All the rain is down there in South Alabama. Let me go back and show you that. And then as we head forward, we look pretty good right there. Now, I want you to watch the very end of this loop. You can barely catch it. And this is out there on Thursday, July 8th. Look in the extreme lower left-hand corner of the frame there. You see a big blob. Yeah, that is what we were just looking at out there in the Atlantic. And maybe tropical storm, could be a hurricane. We'll have to see. This one has the potential, and there we go as it goes across North Mississippi. This one has the potential, probably the best potential I've seen so far this hurricane season, of actually developing into a hurricane. This would be next Friday, July 9. The low would be sitting right over Mississippi, and then it would move right across extreme northwest Alabama out there by July 10th. And on my birthday, July 11th, what's left of it would be up there around Chattanooga or maybe even toward Gatlinburg. Lots of rain out there that weekend. If this model verifies, folks, also remember, never lose sight of this point I'm about to make. Yeah, this is out there in Never Land. So, odds are that this model will change multiple times between now and then, and we'll keep an eye on it for you. What we do know, though, is we're going to be cloudy today, showers and thunderstorms primarily this morning. I think we'll start to lose some of this precipitation as we get into the afternoon. The heavier rains have already moved out of East Alabama, but we do still see a few returns on the radar. I'll show you that in just a minute. 85 this afternoon in Roanoke and Wadley. We go to 83 in Wedowee. Woodland will top out at 82. Anniston goes to 83, Dadeville at 86, and Rockford will hit 87 this afternoon. Now let's take a look at the 6-day forecast. Wait a minute, let's don't do that. Let's go ahead and do this. A little discombobulated this morning. We're having some audio issues again, but I think you can hear me okay. All right, so the forecast for today, a 100% chance of showers this morning. And then as each hour passes, that's going to start dropping off dramatically. And I think by the time we get into the afternoon hours, we're only looking at about a 30 to a 40% chance of a scattered shower or thunderstorm this afternoon. 85 will be your high. Severe weather, not really a threat this afternoon either. 60% chance of rain up until around mid-evening, and then that'll drop off to about a 20% chance. Then on Wednesday, a 40% chance of afternoon thunderstorms. We'll see the sun, 87. Thursday, a 60% chance of rain, 86. Friday, an 80% chance of rain, 81, as that cold front approaches from the north. First part of Saturday, at least, I think is going to be a washout, 50% chance of rain. Maybe some sun in the afternoon, though. 80 will be your high. And then Sunday, just scattered afternoon thunderstorms. 40% chance and high temperature around 80 degrees. Now let's take a look at the Southern Union State Community College Live Doppler HD radar. Now here's the deal, folks. The center of circulation of what's left of Danny is over here around Edenton, Georgia. Milledgeville, just north of Milledgeville. And this general area is where the center of circulation is. And then all the convection is over here in East Alabama. I mean, that is it. There is nothing happening anywhere across the south. I'll show you. There's nothing happening out there other than from Gadsden, Alabama, down to Clanton and back to around Columbus. Nothing over Georgia at all. Maybe a few sprinkles here and there, but that's it. And you can see across East Alabama, we are beginning to see the heavier showers move on off to the west. And things are drying up across Randolph and Chambers and Clay, which is a good thing because Clay got some very heavy rainfall earlier this morning, but all that has since moved over into Birmingham. Very heavy rainfall now on I-20 out there on the east side of Birmingham. 459 is a complete washout up there around 59, and I-20 intersection is a lot of rain there as well. So if you're traveling toward Birmingham, you might want to reschedule if you can because there's a lot of rain up there. Then heavy rainfall from just south of Alexander City back across portions of Coosa County and back over into Chilton County. But all that's moving to the west, my friend. Go west. It's backwards from what we normally see. So you would normally look at this and think the rain's coming toward you, but it's not. It's going in the other direction. Now, could we see more scattered showers and thunder showers this afternoon? Absolutely we could, because we've got a very moist tropical air mass sitting right on top of us. But this is pretty much all Danny had to offer. Pretty weak in my opinion. You normally see a little bit more than this out of a tropical storm, but Danny just didn't have a chance to develop before it made landfall. Been pretty weak across Georgia and across Alabama, but that's okay. We're not complaining. We didn't need any severe weather to go along with this storm anyway. So that's that on Danny. Don't forget to go over to drdonwx.com and check out the Mixler app where you can listen to God's Country. And you can also listen to 89.7, the classic, East Alabama's classic rock giant, when you're in East Alabama and God's Country. And you'll get my daily weather forecast. Let me recap that forecast for you right quick. 100% chance of rain this morning. That'll quickly start dropping off as this system moves on off to the west. I think we're looking at a 30 to 40% chance of rain by this afternoon. 85 will be your high. A 20% chance of rain after about 8 or 9 o'clock tonight. And then tomorrow, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. But the sunshine will be there, so it will not be a washout on your Tuesday. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. We'll do all of this again tomorrow morning. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.